Alright guys, we got a revival of sorts here. This is an old 74 Pontiac Ventura. It's been sitting in the barn for quite a while. You can see how dusty it is. It's a two-door. It's got the original engine, transmission, everything in it. She's dusty. Been sitting there forever. Interior looks pretty good. I think it has, yeah, it's got 83,000. We think that's original miles. Take a look at the pedals down here. They look pretty clean. It's got some spare parts in the back. I know this thing's had some work done to it. It's got a kind of a smallish cam in it, and somebody put headers on it, some tubular headers, Edelbrock intake, and aftermarket air cleaner. It's got a Holly, right now it's got a Holly 650 double pumper, which is probably too much carburetor for this. It's got a fuel pressure regulator here. So we're gonna get this started up. Had air condition, looked like somebody, oh no, they left that open too. And mice probably got in there. That's open. I don't know if that's open all the way to the car or not. But I'm going to try to get this going today. We need to get a battery in here. It's got two black cables. So which one's positive? I got a battery out of another vehicle. This one is a Everstar Platinum AGM battery. So that ought to crank over. These hold a charge for a good long time. So let's hook this up. So this battery's got the reverse polarity. Ground is over here, positive over here. That's just definitely a ground one. So I think I'm gonna have to do is use a hammer and just tap these on, because you can't really get in here to tighten them up. So I'll tighten them up a little bit and then I'll smash them on there with a hammer. I'm sure all the gasoline is evaporated out of this carburetor, so I'll take this off. And this motor doesn't make huge power, so that 650 double pumper was just on there temporarily. I'm gonna go ahead. I got a Edelbrock 600 I'm gonna put on here. That's what was on it originally when I got the car. So here, let's try a little starting fluid, because I'm sure it's totally empty gas. I'm gonna have to put choke on a little bit. Manual choke. Start it right about there. See what happens. See if I start. Let's try it out. See what happens. Got some rat poison in there too. Looks like the rats have not ate it. I think the brakes work pretty good on this, so should be pretty safe. Hey, she fired right away. But probably no gas in the carburetor yet. Let's give it a little more starting fluid. Until it gets some gas up into the carburetor. Fire it in. Roll this window down. I can just reach in there Pretty good, pretty good. For sitting for years and years and years, not bad. There you go. And keep it running. Some gas up there. Now it's empty. I don't hear any fuel shooting. Yep. Alright. Might have gas up there. Still running on the fuel pressure. Might die. Something that a little bit. Wants a little more choke, I think. Unless it's too much choke. Let's try taking the choke off of it. Take the choke off. Let's see what happens. There's a manual choke here. Push that off. Because that carburetor's pretty rich. Pump it a little bit. Might have been loading up. If I pull the choke in a little bit, it runs better. Nope, I didn't want that choke. Maybe half choke. I think it's running a little rich. We're gonna get this thing to run a little bit. It has no fuel on it almost. So, and the fuel gauge does work on this. Look at the dash, it's a little cracked up. Other than that, the interior is pretty nice. It needs a headliner. Somebody started putting this, I don't know why they put this in there. Sound dampening maybe? Bubble wrap. They got that down there too. They have all the panels, they have all the interior for this, except for maybe the headliner. So we can put all those panels back on. Over here they took off too. I guess we're trying to quiet it down, the interior. Might have to do something with the idle on this. It's got a cam in it, but it sounds like it's running kind of rich. I know this carburetor needs rebuilding, like the O-rings inside. I think it's throwing a lot of gas into the carburetor. Like the last time I drove it, it was pouring gas in the, yep. Back here, it's all wet. So, I don't know if gas is shooting out of here, the vent, or it's just these float adjustments. They got an O-ring in them, and if that O-ring shrinks down, they'll start pouring fuel out into the carburetor. I'm not sure where the fuel comes from the Venturas, like it's like air's flowing through there, just starts pouring fuel in. So that is what's going on here, why it won't run very good. I might have to just swap the carburetor over because it sounds like it's getting way too much fuel in there. So we'll probably go ahead and swap this carburetor over in the barn. All right, I got the Edelbrock carburetor here. This is what came on it when we originally bought the car, but it wasn't running right. Yeah, the air bleeds inside here were clogged up with dirt, so it wouldn't idle. It would idle funny up and down. So cleaned that out, rebuilt it, put new gaskets in it. It has all the factory jetting and hangers, these primary hangers, everything's stock inside it. It shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna disconnect all the linkage on here. I'm gonna take this choke off of here. Choke wire and disconnect it here, the bracket. That's one thing, the Holley 4150s are set up for a manual choke. There we go, got the wire out. That is all set. And that's it for this side, except for the fuel line. I'm going to wait on that. We'll disconnect the distributor vacuum line. It's down underneath here. Pull that off. It's on there pretty good. Alright, I got that off of there. We'll take the turn spring off. Shit, looks like I just hooked a piece of metal here onto one of the intake bolts for return. This is just got a ball stud for the throttle. Pop that off of there. And down here for the transmission is a clip. There's a little clip on here. Take that off. That little clip. I'm not sure what happened. Camera failed, it said. I might have hit one of the buttons. I got the throttle off. Transmission, I took that little clip off. Kick down cable. And I got a hose in the back here. We're into the power brake booster. Let's see if I can pull that off. Got it. Okay. And that should be it. Just take these nuts off here. Half inch, I believe. And it should lift off. I'm going to disconnect the fuel line last, because that's probably going to pour gas. So let's see if I can find a container, catch that gasoline in it. All right, here we go. So, I'm not sure where. Looked like I was hitting the fitting. Yeah. Got it. There's some way here. I think I am hitting the brass fitting. Catch most of that fuel. There it goes. Got it all the way through. Then I'll just take a razor and split this. That'll come off of there. That old fuel line. Okay. These things are heavy. Oh. Yeah. These old Hollies weigh about 5 pounds, it feels like. So, let's put it over here. That, I'm going to have to go through that hole. See, look inside here now. How much gasoline it was pouring into the motor. Look at that secondary butterfly. There's filled with gasoline. When I was chugging and not running too good. Those O-rings are totally shot in there. I'm just going to go through the whole carburetor and clean it up before I put it on anything else. So here we are. Let's see. Is there fuel? No, it's not too bad. Fuel in there. I thought there'd be a puddle of gas inside here. There's some right there. It's wet. But yeah, it was dripping in there pretty good. Let's get the, what do we got here? Must have a insulator gasket on here. Okay, so yeah, there's a metal plate, 2 gaskets. Sure why. Oh, look at that. It's a spread bore. I didn't realize that was spread bore. That's probably why this metal plate adapter is on there. It probably came that way. So I could put a quadrajet carburetor on here, and that would work good. But I've got the Edelbrock, which is looks like a good carburetor. I'm gonna bolt it on there. Might need a new top gasket here for sure. Let's see here. That's the right way. Yeah. See where that spread bore. So that's so you can put a Holly or Edelbrock on it. That's why they got this metal plate here. Let's see, I'll have to dig into my parts bin, see if I can find a flat gasket like this. Okay, something racing. Okay, got that gasket on there. Let's see. Let's put the carburetor, the Edelbrock on there. These are a lot lighter than the Holly. Okay. Got the nuts on there. I don't have anything to connect to the choke mechanism here. Like a little ferrule or something to put through there that I can tighten this manual choke to. So what I did, I bent it into a shape, and we'll see if that works. So there you go. See how it fits in there? Kind of bent in an S shape. Then I'm gonna put it on the linkage here. Might have to loosen this up a little. Alright, tighten her down. Screwdriver. Tighten her down a little bit. Okay. And here's how you can adjust the amount of choke you get. Is by moving this cable through the bracket here. See how that opened up all the way? Oop. I made it a little bit too tight for the adjustment. So you pull your cable. Let's see, I think it's right now it's pushed open on the inside of the car. So I'm going to push this in the bracket. See, I can pull it all the way back here. And it starts to close the choke up. So I'm going to do, I'm going to push it all the way forward. Well, wait a minute, that's, or I pulled a little bit more line out. You can adjust that amount of stick out on the cable, and then, you know, pull this or push it forward till the choke is all the way open. Tighten it out. You have to go back and forth a few times probably, but you get the drift of what I'm doing here. Alright, I got everything connected up. Give it a once over. I may have to adjust these screws. I think I have them about a turn and a half or 2 turns out. See how that nut ray fan away that linkage is on there. So that bracket back there probably needs changing. So I'm going to give it a little spray of starting fluid to get it fired. We'll see what happens. I'm going to check the choke first. I may need to run the choke. Let's see how it works. Right now it's wide open. And let's see, I'll pull on this handle. There it goes, it closed. There it goes open. I'm gonna adjust it so it's maybe like right there. So it's got just like a little crack in it. And we'll see if it starts there. But I'll have to adjust that linkage. So my little bending worked out. I bent that. So what I do is, with it cracked up, if it starts good there, cold, probably take this part, this coiled up part, and just slide it all the way up to here, so that when you pull it, that link there bottoms out on the cable, outside the cable, the sheath, and then every time you pull the choke, it'll be the same spot. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. It's probably gas in the motor still from earlier. I bet you it'll start right away. Let's see what happens. So, get that fuel that quick probably too. Probably have to adjust the idle and the okay. Should have some. Maybe the choke it doesn't need choke probably. Let's see if it's. Let's open that choke up. I bet it doesn't need that choke because it ran a little bit earlier. Let's see if it's shooting gas. Not really, no. So I don't think the fuel's up there yet. It's not spraying gas. The bowls hadn't filled up yet. So let's give it another spray. I think it's run off whatever gasoline leaked out of that Holly and the starting fluid. Let's crank it again. Okay, it may take a little bit. Let's see if I get this. Got any fuel? I don't hear anything. Fuel at all. So the bowls are not filled up yet. Okay. Take a while, I guess. Weird because getting pressure on here. I have to take that line off. Make sure the screen is not clogged up in here. Make sure I'm getting fuel up there. Snake bug, what are you doing? Let's see. I don't hear any fuel. It's nothing. No fuel. Alright. Try it again here. Thought the fuel pump, maybe the fuel pump went bad from sitting. But probably not, because it's showing fuel pressure. It's get a little choke. Choke. Try it again. Okay. Maybe just wanted a little bit of choke. It's choking along now. Alright, let this warm up good. Yeah, I think it just wanted a little bit of choke. I think we could back the choke off a little bit. It's really chugging. Definitely got fuel in it now. I'll let it warm up good. I think I'm going to adjust the idle through a little bit and then I'm going to take that choke off. Alright, I got all the vacuum lines, everything hooked up to the carburetor. This one, I figured I was ported. This one is manifold vacuum. So I have manifold vacuum going to the distributor, so it idles a little better. That adds about 10 degrees, maybe 12 degrees at idle. Here's the timing marks. I've got it set to 12 degrees of advance, initial advance. This is a PCV. This one here is manifold vacuum also. That goes to the transmission, the modulator that helps that makes the transmission shift based on the amount of vacuum. So when you step on a throttle real hard, vacuum drops. Then it knows you're at wide open throttle. It raises the pressure on the clutches, and it shifts later then. Okay, and I end up with the idle mixture screws out about 1.5 turns. After running it for a while, it started running better. I think it was sucking some water from the bottom of the tank because this car's been sitting for so long, sitting in the hay barn. And cleaned it up, so we got all the dust off it. She's looking good. The wheels are in great shape. Let's see if I can get it back here, get a better view of the car. She's looking good. So I'm gonna start it up from a cold start this morning. I got the choke adjustment down, so when I pull on that choke, it's going to close down to just a little crack open, and we'll see how it runs from there. The kick down cable for the transmission. One thing, I've seen this on other cars too. See how the throttle linkage right here is kind of angled. So it'd be nice if I had a different bracket where everything would shift over a little bit, including the kickdown cable's kind of angled. Not too happy with that, but it seems to clear everything. It's not binding up or anything. There's nothing rubbing. I checked and it's shooting fuel good. Accelerator pump's working good. This is the way I got the throttle return spring. It's a double spring, and I've got just a piece of metal. So it's perforated metal connected to a bolt on the intake manifold. I think I could see how it's got several holes, so you could adjust the tension of the spring. Right now where I got it, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Then I'm going to cut that off, make it look cleaner. So, get ready to fire this up. Got some starting fluid. Give it a shot of this. See if it'll fire. The gas that's in it is terrible. It's probably got water in it, and it's just really old gas. I gotta get 10 gallons of gas, some straight gas, put it in there, try to dilute all that old pukey gas. Let's go now. Let's see what happens. So she barks off. Whew. Shooting flames. Maybe it's too much choke. Let's take a little choke off. Oh. I think it might be flooded. Nope, I want some more fuel. Ooh. He's backfiring through the carb for some reason. There it goes. Alright, we got some fire in it now. I pulled the choke all the way on, so it should keep running. I'm not sure why it was backfiring through the carb. I think it was running a little lean. There we go. It took a little bit, but it fired up. I'm not sure if the carburetor is calibrated 100% for this motor. It has a pretty good sized cam in it. It's got pump tube headers, aluminum intake, rubber. Let's take it out of the barn. Keep it running. Well, once it fired, it seems to run pretty good. Just trying to get it to fire. Look at it run empty, and that fuel is terrible. Goes right in gear. Smoking a little bit, looks like. Cool. I'm gonna take the choke off. I think it's starting to chug a little bit. Okay, it's still running even with the choke off. Pretty good. Nope. Didn't like that. Engine's still cold. Pull the choke on. Leave the choke on a little bit longer. Let's go down the driveway. This has pretty good power. The brakes, not so good. I think that brake on the right front side is dragging. Let's turn around down here. That brake over there, it's just, that's the only one working, I think. Doesn't have much brakes. Doesn't have a lot of gas, so I'm not going too far. Take it out on the road. I'll have to get some insurance on it. It's a runner. Whew. Spoke too soon. It's not warmed up yet. Yep, wants to cut out. No choke on it. Let's pull the choke back out a bit. Now it's good. Just still cold. Motor's still cold. In it, you got a miss here, that gas that's in it's no good.